Me.
Alright, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lich's Archives. As usual, not a lot of things going on for us. I'm just going to fiddle with this music, as I tend to always do, as I'm terrible at judging it. And we'll get into this. So, Inflict Heroics. We are on to episode 36. You guys have been up to a couple of things. You've been in the employ of Matthias for a while, including taking a job to retrieve his son. Not really knowing if you would even find him. You were just simply told that he was there with a gnoll, and you had some vested interests in this, as well as the twins, Danny and Sarah, had also gone missing. Since then, you guys have been on a rather dangerous journey into the woods, off of the path, blowing a whistle, running into one of the weirdest gnolls that you've probably ever met in your life, as well as a very weary Nikolai, who does not seem like he's having the best time. But luckily, with the help of Nassim, comfort was not lost on you guys, as you've been able to stay in a tower. After that, there was a plan of sneaking towards this place to see what it is that you could discover, and then reaching the keep thanks to the use of this druid, and then immediately saying, actually, why don't we just call the guy? And so you did. And it was probably for the best, as your journey down through this keep was really nothing to write home about. Everything seemed to have been cleared in your way. It cleared. You were given a map. You followed this map. You were taking several turns through this maze that was weaving underneath this thing. Could have been tunnels dug from something, or could have been part of a greater cave system. There was plants growing along the side, as well as red glowing runes put into the wall as well. These things mixing together almost made it look like the night sky of Tri-Mages. You have the white constellations as well as the red runes that also twinkle throughout the night sky. Nonetheless, pushing through this, you found several other offshoots, the sound of things deeper within the cave, and then you made it to what seemed to be a central hub, a central chamber within this maze. I believe there was well more than 4 entrances. There was 6 or so. There was multiple layers to this thing, as well as a big piece of brightstone hanging at the apex of this chamber. You didn't even see this guy that you came to deliver. Instead, he simply spoke to you from one of the tunnels using magic to project his voice. And you guys made the deal. You took this vessel, this decoy that you oh so cleverly crafted, and you traded it for the 2 twins. He kept his word as well. You were reunited with the twins, although after the use of some spells, a bit of talking, you guys discovered that it's a higher level spell and something you guys can't remove. You were instructed to leave this place as quickly as you could, and so you gathered the twins using Nikolai, and I believe Kisk helped for a little bit, Nassim helped for a bit, and you guys got out of the tunnels. The sounds of animals, of various things, almost closing in behind you as territory was reclaimed upon your exit. You made it back to the original place where you got the map, a staircase leading up to the keep. You could hear a song drifting down to the staircase. You guys were relatively aware as to who this might have been. Few mentions were made before, although not really discussed at length, and at this point a conversation broke out, a song was interrupted, and you guys were confronted by this Uldrak, this supposed hero of the Dragon Time, someone that has had a notable history as well as some sort of terrible curse that has led many to avoid this castle for a long time. What ensued from there was an actual heroic effort from you guys fighting back against this brute of a Dragonborn who didn't seem to really take you too seriously, and it was almost to his demise. You guys battled your way up the stairs, you moved the twins, you used the whistle to get Evac, the gnoll, agreeing to set up this tree for you. 2 of you fleeing, Kisk and Nassim carrying the twins, as well as Nikolai, Shalashar and Ko. You guys locked eyes, you looked at how weird he was, his battered armor, and you said in this moment, we can deal with this. We got this. But you forgot, half this fight he was walking after you for an axe, not even paying attention. And at this point he drew his longsword and he actually started trying. Cole, you went down extremely quickly, followed by one blast and then him carving into you. Shalasha, at this point, you also kind of realized you might be in over your head, and you threw the axe, you grabbed Cole, and you started heaving him away from this, towards the portal, the knoll still holding it. Cole, at this point, is bleeding badly, he's unresponsive, and you make it through the portal. It closes behind you, as well as, like, this guy's sword getting stuck in the tree. And that's where we come in. On the other side of this tree, silver streaks in the forest all around you, night sky above you, Cole within Shalashar's arms not bleeding, and a tree protruding from the trunk directly in front of you. Cole, you already made your last death saving throw. What are the rest of you doing in this moment? What's going on? Who's acting first as Shalashar finally comes through?
I'll be pulling Kurth through the portal. And, Kurt, come on. Yeah. He's bleeding. Does anybody have bandages? And, I'd like to see if I could see him breathing.
Make medicine check.
That is a 14.
He's not breathing.
Does anybody have a gem? Anybody have a gem? I need a gem.
I'm sorry, I have nothing.
I'm not that kind of wizard. And I'm like sagging and like collapsing in on myself. Like the bit of flame that had like started to grow on, like come up on my head when we were fighting has like gone out.
The knoll kind of like cocks his head towards you, and he moves a little bit closer, and he's like, I could slow it down, give you time, or we could do a ritual. It might change him.
What sort of ritual?
It's lengthy. You'll need to do a couple of things. Or I could simply slow it and you could try something else. Give you a day or two.
Hold on.
God, that guy's so creepy.
Gonna wrap my hand around the edge of my armor. I know I don't talk too often. But if you're in there, I need you to help. Please, Juxta. I'm going to rest my hand on Kurt's forehead, and I'm going to try and cast Spare the Dying.
Spare the Dying? Let me double check, unless you want to read what that does to me if you have it in front of you.
Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, creature becomes stable. Has no effect on undead or constructs. So if he's already dead, it does nothing.
Okay. So you reach out and you rest your hand against Cole. You feel the magic flow through you. It gathers in your gauntlet, specifically along the holy symbol of Juxta. You can feel him answering your call, and you feel the magic flow through you, but then you also see it's like beads up and it flows off like drops of water on a hot plate. The spell has no effect.
Can you delay it?
I could. And he's gonna like move over, and he's extremely large compared to Cole, and he almost like engulfs him, his entire shape going over it. And it almost sounds like he's like inhaling, and then when he breathes something out, it's almost like Cole's form goes blurry. It doesn't seem like he's quite affected by time at the same rate as before. As well as just the smell. Cole doesn't really smell bad. He's maybe a little unclean, but even that seems to be blocked. You'll last a day. We'll have to get moving soon. I assume you're ready to travel?
as soon as you can.
I waited a while holding that tree. Only 8 hours at least.
I can't do much right now.
You should know the keep is 10 minutes that way. We're not far.
Can you put up the tower again?
No, I told you if we were going to do that, we should have done it in that chamber. That's why I wanted to put up a sanctum so people can't see us or hear us. But you guys didn't want me to.
Nikolai kind of interjects and he's just... His voice kind of cracks. He still doesn't quite have the confidence and it's almost like a flat thing when he just cuts in and goes, I don't care what we do, but we need to do something quickly. Whatever it is. And he's like still trying to hold both of the twins, and Nissim at this point, as you're having this conversation, he's kind of like taking the other one. They're standing okay, but he can't move very quickly with them, that's for sure.
Out of character, how much does Kerr weigh, Justin? Just like that.
About 45 pounds, not including equipment.
Probably 100 pounds.
So, yeah, that'd be a safe guess.
I'm just seeing if I can find something to see how much weight I can hold.
What's your strength?
Strength is 15.
15? With your armor, you could probably hold him, but it would take both of your hands.
Okay. Yeah, that's something else. I'll grab Kerr and I'll heave him up on my shoulder.
Like a sack of potatoes. Clang, 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 clang.
And then I'm going to come over to Nikolai and I'm going to grab one of the girls and I'm just going to help kind of guide her.
Which way are we walking?
Do you have the energy to summon the tower? I thought you didn't have to use spells, right?
No, I do. It is taxing, and at this point you realize like the one hand that Nissim has is like shaking like a leaf, and like all of the cracks along the back of his head have gone like dull. I am out. I wanted to rest there. Now it's how things go. We're here now. I'm out. I'm out.
Alright. We need to keep going. I'll just kind of like gesture to where the knoll is. Just lead the way, whatever you think. I'm at a bit of a loss.
Are we going for a while? We're 4 days from the path. If we take time to rest, though, you just need to tell me how long you want to walk for.
I think just...
Take us to wherever you think it's safe to rest for now.
Safe. I'll find something safe. The woods are known for being safe, after all. Come. And he just drops to all fours and starts weaving his way through the trees, going at a much slower pace than the first day you were guided with him. So he will help to keep the effects of walking through the bramble away from you guys. Can I get a d20 from one of you? Let's get it from Cole. Two. I like that. That's a good roll.
You.
Better than one.
Better than one. Not quite as good as, 3, though. Let me just double check. God.
Well, he's pretentious anyways.
So, you guys end up being taken through this, and you actually are heading in a place that you would recognize. Those of you trained with survival or that have been around the woods for a while. What you're taken back to was the church with the oak runes on the outside. The old decrepit thing that seemed more of a gateway, standing door than anything else. The only reason you could recognize its structure is just because you could faintly see here and there where the original stones were still visible among the growing weeds. And he just kind of walks in there, looks towards you guys, and goes, "It has walls."
Walls are better than nothing.
We can rest here. I can keep a watch. I don't mind watching.
Appreciate.
Definitely need to rest.
Good.
And tiredly, I am going to wander around casting alarm as a ritual. Like, just stumbling a little bit. And I put it around the area we're gonna be.
Okay, so you're casting alarm. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm using my brewer's supplies and brewing up some more ale.
No time like the present. Woken man, I like it. Cole, you're doing dead boy things. Shalashar.
I can only do 20-foot squared.
Got it. Where do you want
Probably
to
do
put
like
it?
10 feet by 30 feet.
Just say like front, back, or side sort of thing. Where do you want to put these alarms? Or how many can you have up?
Oh no, I'm putting like a 10-foot by 20-foot like rectangle around wherever we're gonna be sleeping.
Got it. Alright. Shalshar, anything to make me aware of?
No, just probably in the meantime, I'll probably just bandage Kerr. Make sure that there's, like, everything is bandaged for when we try and res him.
Okay. It's a little strange. As I said, his form seems like almost blurry as you're doing this. It's almost like when you look at the wound as well, like, you're no stranger to death or seeing grisly wounds, especially as someone that uses an axe that just hacks through things. Like, brutality has never been a stranger to you, but looking at it here, it's almost like they're, like, censored. Looking at the wounds, you're mostly just wrapping something until it looks pure, whatever color your bandages happen to be. That's the best estimation you can make. Nikolai sits down the twins, and it seems like he's trying to get them comfy, and then he's trying to also find a place to lay up and rest. I assume you guys are trying to take a long rest here, or anything in particular you're trying to also accomplish, or how long would you like to stay here? And better yet, who's taking what watch?
No.
No.
I'll take a watch.
Yeah, you can get it off of Cole's body. Easy enough. Sorry.
I'll look at the knoll.
He's gone.
When did... Oh, he's already gone. He just fucked off.
Yeah, with your perception, though, you will see, the hyena is, like, at the back of the place, and it's, like, sitting at a strange angle, so it looks like it's more or less watching you guys than the actual forest.
Cyrano is going on an adventure. Swooping around.
That thing's back at the keep. We can get to that if you want that,
Oh
or if you
yeah,
want it here.
he's supposed to be bringing that, so we'll see.
It's not too far away. It is not too far away. But let me jump to Shalashar first, because I think he has something to say.
Oh, I'm gonna set myself up by the gate, by the arch. I'll keep a watch.
Okay, you can make a perception check. You can also make one with your familiar as well. Can you make a proficiency check with tools for me, Kisk?
Sure.
Down.
19.
19. Shalshar? You're muted. I think he's busy. All right, Nassim, what did you get?
23.
23. All right. We'll start with you then, as Kisk's fruit is going... The fruits of his labor will come later in the night.
He also has detect invisibility,
Does he?
dark vision, and immunity to poisons.
Fantastic. All right, so from his view, checking it at this point and given the last thing, what would you have had him do after everyone left through the tree?
He was picking up the
bucket.
bucket of silence that was left behind.
Yeah, and I believe your last orders were to try to put it on this thing's head, correct? Or did you...
No. That was
So you just want the bucket back?
Yeah, just come, get up high first, and then come to us and then drop down.
Alright, cool. Shasha, what did you get for your roll?
30.
30. Jesus. Alright, fair enough. I love observing. So, what you guys would have been able to see through your familiar's eyes, you would have seen... Not much, actually. After you guys left, it's almost like everything went relatively calm. Instead, it's loud. You can hear the sound of drums being beaten. Even now, with Shalasha, with your things, you guys have been walking for a while, as well as already starting a ways away, it still reverberates through the trees, and you guys actually end up feeling this for most of the night. What really gets to you, though, you don't see the gnolls pursuing you or anything like that, but you do hear the rumble of thunder, as a very loud storm seems to be brewing overhead of you guys, specifically over top of the keep. As you guys are having this, a big lightning bolt strikes one of the trees, and those of you in Char would be aware of one of the biggest problems with having a bunch of trees made out of metal, as it starts arcing to the trees around it. And then another one off in the distance. I'm going to need another roll from one of you, just to see which way this storm is blowing.
16.
16.
If it's coming our way, I blame you.
Fair. There's a 1 and 4. Or 1 and 8.
It's up to you guys if you decide to stay here. The lightning is striking close to you guys, but not quite on top of you. If anything, it's almost like between you guys and the road.
How long have we been here?
At this point, that's up to you guys as soon as you wanted to leave or not. This happened about an hour into the rest.
Okay. After I did my alarm, I would have sat down to start writing some letters.
Now remember, we are doing the Weird Traveler rule still.
Yeah.
Which means that it's only a short rest if you guys do the whole thing here.
Yeah. I'm going to use Arcane Recovery. And I believe I should be able to get back a 3rd level spell. Yeah, I can get back a 3rd level spell with that. How big of a space do we have here?
The size of this church, these ruins of this church, it's relatively small. It's probably about 200 feet across and then maybe 400 feet that way. It's a relatively ugly rectangle. The only details you can really make out of this is it seems as though at one point there was an altar, but it has been cracked at some point as well as...
Roof?
No, the roof has completely fallen. Actually, oddly enough, it's... Looking at it now that you're asking about this roof, it's completely clear. There's no rubble inside of this place either. Even looking at the walls, there were no stones around this thing, and you guys are indeed being pelted now by the rain. Even though the lightning's not on you, you're still being rained on. You're just kind of sizzling, by the way.
I'm gonna push through. If I fall over, put me in a bed, yeah, bruv?
We got you.
We got you.
And using Arcane Recovery, I'm going to get a third level spell slot back, and I'm going to set up my tower in like the center of these ruins, and I'm gonna put it all stone.
You want to put it inside of these ruins?
Yeah, there's no roof.
Yep, no roof.
Sounds like it's big enough.
Sounds like it's big enough.
I'm gonna plunk it down here, and it's all stone. And like wood paneling inside the rooms.
Yeah.
So like insulation. Like everything inside wood, so it insulates from the electricity.
But besides that, it's mostly the same one that you made the first time, correct?
I'm modifying it slightly so that it's stone outside and wood panels on the insides of the walls, wood panel floors, you know. Trying to make this blazing tower unlikely to catch fire from the lightning and unlikely to.
Ah, that's the old stone. I like that. I like that. Little bit of thinking there. Little bit of thinking.
18 intelligence. Gotta try and represent.
Cool.
So I am going to put in the bedrooms with like the partitioned off like 4 poster beds. So then people have like some illusion of privacy. And at this point, like the beds, like they seem like they kind of represent the people a little bit, you know? Starting to get a hang of people. The twins and Nikolai, they are like partitioned together, the 3 of them.
It's nice of you.
Yep. And I'm also going to put in I'm gonna put in washrooms because we're probably a little bloody.
Fair enough. No running water, but you know, a couple of wash basins ought to do the trick.
There's actually like a sauna as well in there. And it's listed toilets, wash tubs, magical brazier, and sauna benches.
Alright. Anything else that you want included in this?
I've only got enough to do 2 floors.
Fair enough.
But like whole outside stone, inside wood.
So you start casting this spell. It seems as though, you know, you're able to fend off the rain, and your tower starts to materialize almost like it. Because it's you, and you're doing this ritual, it's almost like you're holding a little spark and you're shaping it. And then you put this little ember down, and this ember flashes, and you see like this fiery effigy of the tower, and it just kind of swirls and almost looks like it turns to glass, and then the glass darkens and cracks and it turns into stone as you finish this spell. And suddenly there's a tower.
I am tapped after that, like very little left.
So into the
tower.
And so Tower Kisk will help Nassim kind of get in there.
I'm still carrying Curl like a sack of potatoes. I need to help guide the girls in.
2 questions for you, Kisk, now that you're in here. 1, are you trained in religion or history?
Let me check. I don't think so. No.
In that case, just a plain perception check. But DC is
18.
18? Once you're in the tower, you're able to kind of like look through some of the windows, and from this higher vantage point, you can make out like, again, just like more oakish runes, but instead of being on the wall, you can actually see them on the floor at like the far end of the tower, of the church. The words just read, "Keep our kin safe."
Okay.
But besides that, you guys can take your long rest here if you would so like.
I pat you on like the underside of your jaw. You good people, Bub. Very, very good people.
Hey, you helped us out. It's the least I can do.
Where's Cyrano? Where's my Cyrano?
He's just flying around if you want, or could be perched on your bed looking after you.
I do not notice where he is. I'm out of everything. I am exhausted.
Let me know
I
if you
have
want
to
some
sleep on
ale.
you.
Yeah. And your brewing, by the way, will be enough. You know, if you were working on anything, it'd be enough to finish it, or you could start something, and we'll do a bit of work, actually. I think we can do something fun with this system. But for now, if you want, you can add, like, a couple of mugs of ale.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it. We'll figure something out. I have an
Yeah,
idea.
we'll figure it out. Alrighty.
My plan, though, is to pass out with my cat.
Easy
as
enough?
soon as I get the chance. Like, just face first into the bed, curl up.
I'm gonna walk up to Salashar and put my hand on his shoulder. How you holding up?
I don't know. I forgot to get the gem. Uh,
This isn't your fault, you know.
Kirk came back for me. He went in when I should have left. The fault is no one's but my own.
We all make mistakes in the heat of battle. I wouldn't beat yourself up too much over it. I'm sure he wouldn't. He seemed like a gentle spirit. I'm sure he would tell you the same thing.
I think Kerr would call me an idiot.
Perhaps. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
I appreciate it.
Always.
Get some rest, yeah.
Yeah, I need it.
Out of character, I have 1/3 level spell slot left, and I am throwing a Hail Mary.
Fair enough.
I'm going to reach into my mind, and I'm going to pull on the only name that I think could help.
Savecore.com?
Zap. It's Selshar. Kerr was hurt, and I need 1,000 gold gem. Just remember the name of the fucking keep. Outside
Goldrak?
Mills. Goldrak?
Yeah.
Outside Goldrak Keep. Please help.
You have 7 words left if you need them, or you can end it there.
Instead of please help, can you help us?
Fair enough. I'm trying to remember the voice I used for Zap, but I'm terrible at voices, so fuck it, we'll do it live. Uldrak's Keep is a little far, but I could probably do something for you. Aren't you closer to Milscar, Matthias, someone else? Is it that important?
I used my one spell slot, my
You
dude.
didn't know that. Have you considered?
There's not enough words to explain the situation. I'd be like, by the way, I got one spell slot left. Help.
After about 5 minutes of you not responding, you get another message from Zap, and it just goes, "It must be bad if you're not talking. It'll cost you a bit. I can be there by the morning." You can respond to this one with 25 words. Because he cast it, so.
Thanks for putting me. Thanks for covering the bill.
Is that what you're saying?
Sorry, out of spell slots. Near death.
Yeah.
Curse down. Can't really help. I'd appreciate anything you can do. Morning is fine. Just in church ruins.
Okay. So with that, the night continues. And we're getting close to the end of your long rest. You guys would have been here for quite a few hours at this point. You'd be getting close to about 10 hours since Core died. 9 hours here after walking for an additional hour.
So we've gotten a long rest?
Yes, you would, but before that happens, that's what that would have taken. This would be relatively the same time. The important thing here is just knowing that it's been less than 12 hours, but quite a while. When Shalasha, you probably reached out to Zap here around like the 5th or 6th hour. And you get another message. And this message does precede something. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm excited to say the words that I want to say. What happens? Slowing myself down. We're centered now. We're getting close to the end of the night. We can start to see the sun coming up, and you can see the storm is still going. It is blocking out the sun for the most part. Instead, the clouds have gone from like this deep black to more shades of purple here and there. It's coming with the storm, but it's also coming from the sun coming up. You can see that the lightning is now starting to crescendo, and it's almost coming in waves, almost like a pattern. Same with the drums that are reverberating through this, and then suddenly it all stops. And then Shalashar, you get a message. It's from your happy customer. And it's just, what have you done? You think you can play with me? I'll find you. I don't care where you go. This doesn't end here. You will know. You will... And then he runs out of words.
I like to imagine that you're just like typing these down, and you're like, no, back it up.
Good morning. Have I slept for like 7 hours yet?
Yes, this is about the 10th hour here. We're getting, like, you guys are pretty much about to finish your long rest. This is like, 20 or so minutes before then, just because you guys have to stop, cast the tower, There's a little bit of a time discrepancy here, which may or may not be important. That's why I'm mentioning it repeatedly.
Yeah, so
I'm
I'm
right
gonna
now.
drag myself from bed, set up like a little like writing desk, sit on the floor, open up my curtains in case people need to talk to me, and I start like writing down a couple of letters for later.
Okay, so you're just doing a little writing?
Yeah.
Shalshad,
Did we want to stay here for a little while? Should I put up a little more extra protection, put the sanctum around us, recast the tower?
I reached out to the only person I could think of, and he should be here sometime this morning to hopefully help with Kerr.
Well, I'll get breakfast started.
At this point, the Noel also shows up. He just kind of comes creeping through the front of the church, and he looks up at your tower. He just calls, "Hey." I hope you guys... That was so weird, eh?
Fuck off with that. Hey.
Hey.
You smell good in
I
here.
missed you. So he just calls. He just waits patiently. He just kind of tilts his head, and he sits back on his haunches like a dog that's just very... again... large and lanky, almost looks like a greyhound with the way he's sitting. Ass not quite touching the ground, hands planted, shoulders a bit more forward than they need to be. I can wait, but you should know the ritual didn't work. The gnolls are on their way.
Just like stick my head out the door like a rom-com. How long do we have?
They're rather quick, half an hour maybe. We
If I
could
put
leave.
a sanctum around us, they won't be able to see us, they won't be able to sense us.
We could take a tree. I could get us out of here.
Move us further.
I have someone
That's
coming.
another sanctuary.
Hmm.
But your friend is looking for us here, isn't he, bruv?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we haven't quite finished the long rest, correct? We're probably right on the cusp of it.
No.
You would have finished it by now. That's why, like I said, these things are not an hour away. They're a little closer than
So
that.
we're officially level 8?
Yes.
Awesome.
Officially level 8. Everyone levels up. So, do that quickly, you two. If not, we'll do it later. But, for now, though.
What's everyone thinking? Do we run? I'm gonna have to burn another. I'm gonna have to burn another spell slot to contact Zap.
I think we run.
Much like you can hear my dog howling, you guys can now start to hear some of the gnolls howling off in the distance, and the sound of cackles just slowly getting louder with each passing minute.
We're gonna do it. You're the one in charge, bruv. You're the one that wants to lead.
How far out are you? There's some gnolls and we might have to reposition. Probably gonna head for Milscar. We can wait if you're close.
The message comes back and says, I'm still eating breakfast. I thought I had a little bit of time. You said at church I need to teleport, then I need to fly. This is no small endeavor, you understand. You also hear, like, the end, like, his last word is, like, the tink of, like, china on, like, another plate. Like, just his little teacup hitting a saucer.
Fucking smells so straight up. God damn it.
I am also, just so you know, actively watching time, by the way. So I am keeping long of how long this conversation is taking.
I'm gonna stick my head out the door. How close can you get us to Milscar?
Very. I know most of the trees.
Well, let's go then.
Please. I appreciate it, but don't bother. We're gonna try and make it to Milscar. Sorry for bugging you during breakfast.
Open a tree. Get us as close to Milscar as you can.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, you
Yeah,
just
too.
get one last message, and it goes, no, please, don't worry. I love wasting several sendings, a good night's rest, and a well piece of buttered bread. Good luck. At this point, the
I'm gonna-
gnoll's still just looking at you, cocking his little head back and forth.
The tree, please.
I'm gonna walk over to Kerr's body and I'm gonna haul him up. Alright. We gotta go. Nikolai, do you need a hand with Danny and Sarah?
He's kind of managing them, and he's like, if it's through the tree, I think I can manage.
We gotta make a run for it.
The gnoll
Yeah.
hasn't moved yet. He's still just staring at you. If anything, you watch, he's just like laser focused. It's almost unsettling.
The druid is not happy. I was hoping to have a little bit more time, but seems like I'm in a little shit.
You all might be. I have a simple question.
Can we get going?
Soon. I came for balance, and we've accomplished nothing, and now you're leaving. Are you coming back? Do you have something to offer for
Send
my
send
efforts?
Nikolai and the girls through.
Nikolai and the girls.
Call.
Doesn't change who I send.
We can
It's
fight.
a spell or two.
Okay, hear me out. How you said you can get Nikolai close. You can get us close to Milscar.
Mm-hmm.
How long will it take you to get back?
It's not a matter of time. It's a matter of energy. If I cast this, it's harder to fight. Might as well come back tomorrow. I'm just asking where we go from here. Do I wait? Do I hunt? At this point, you can hear still the cackles are getting louder as this conversation is going.
Nikolai, you, Danny, and Sarah, please open the portal, get Nikolai and the girls through. We'll stay put,
You're
or at
not
least I will.
listening. I can do it, but if I do, we shouldn't fight all of them here.
Where should we fight then? This is...
Maybe not today, but you should know. And he's gonna stand up at this point and he's gonna start walking towards a tree. There's a lot. They're not going to stay put for long. They know who they're after. I'll be fine no matter what. You need me more than I need you. You should think about offerings. It's the best way to keep friends. And he's gonna like drag his claws against the tree and it kind of like rends. And you can see through it. It's the top of the hill overlooking Milscar. You should all be going
You said
now.
you want balance. Let's take out the ball.
Get to the tree.
How'd you like to be able to burn them, friend?
This is going to close and I'm not going to open it again. Through
Nikolai, go.
the tree.
I'm going to.
He's walking through the
hand
tree
him-
as well, by the way. He's also like fucking off.
I'm going to hand him.
Yeah, he's
the,
like, no, I'm not dealing with this here. Not today.
I'm going to hand him the gloves. The like ones that I'd originally gotten from
Silly child?
Salashar. Yeah. I'm gonna give him the flame gloves. We'll be back.
He went through the tree. Like, he's like,
He just walked
he's like,
through.
I cast a spell, and this is cutting the subtext. I'm not staying to fight down a high level spell. That's what he's saying, word for word.
Well then, when we go
And
through,
he
I'll hand
leaves.
it to him.
He opens the tree. He's like, you should
hold
think
it.
about
Let us go.
offerings. He knows who's after peace, and he goes.
I'll. Well then, when we are on the other side of the tree.
Kisk, are you staying or going?
I'm going. Fuck that.
Time for your grand escape.
I thought he wanted an offering before he opened up the tree.
No, he's, he literally drags his claws across, and you guys get to the other side, and there's the town. And he just kind of turns and he smiles at you guys. Well, that's been fun.
Can you fight tomorrow?
I can always fight. I don't plan on stopping. You know where to find me.
How are we going to get the Knoll's attention tomorrow?
You
We can
already
hit the road.
have it. He's going to reach towards you, if you let him. And he's
Sure.
going to try to, like, take off your helmet. Do you let him?
Yep.
Alright. He's going to show you your own reflection within your helmet, and you can see right above one of your eyes is the symbol of Arima. And it's written in Celestial, and it says, pray. You've been mugged. They know who they're after. And
Fuck
he'll
me, bro.
hand you back your helmet.
How do I get rid of this?
I don't know. You angered the Chosen.
Can I make a knowledge check real quick?
This would be a religion, unless, what are you trying to discern? Tell me
I'm
that.
trying to discern if let me open up the spell here real quick in my book. Do-do-do-do. That's not the spell. That's people. What the fuck? On my level 4 spell. Okay, I need to put tabs in here so I can easily find which level of spell I need. Okay, here it is. I want to find out if I put up Mordecai's Sanctum, if it would prevent Salashar from being sensed, considering it blocks against divination spells, can't be targeted by divination spells, nothing can teleport, nothing planar travel, like all of that is blocked. Would it prevent him from being tracked?
You make an arcane check with that.
Okay, that's 22. Wait. Arcane, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I'm just double reading this myself. Sound barrier sensors by divination spells can't appear inside the protection area. Creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination spells. With that, you would understand, like, it would stop things from directly looking in on him. And it would definitely block a lot of it, but it wouldn't be foolproof as, like, if they know his position and he can't really move, then, you know. If it's, like, a direct divination, you could stop it. If this is, like, a pole that they have...
Came through the tree?
Yes.
It came through the tree? Yeah?
But you don't know how this spell works or how often it goes. So it could be active now. It could be active in bursts. It could be active a lot of different ways. But if he's in it and they don't know where he is, yes. But if they know where he is and it blocks it, they'll lose the signal, but they might still go that way.
As soon as I see it, once I know that, like, there's a chance, I'm gonna, like, just crack my hands together and blow out powdered chrysocolla across him, throw my hands out, and, like, there's a whoosh of just heat and a little bit of fire, and it, like, poof, and suddenly, like, we are in a clouded half circle. You're staying here for now.
Out of character, why didn't we just wait till he gets down? We step to the portal and, like, we're right near.
Well, you get to say that now.
Ask me in character. Love. We came to a tree. Alright? We came to a tree. They lost a little bit of you. We wait. They might know you're in the town. You want to bring a whole bunch of gnolls into town, bruv?
It's gonna take them a while to get here. I just wanted to get in, res cur, and then get back out.
Bruv.
We don't...
Trust us to do that.
You're about 4 days travel through the woods from where we were.
Do you have Revivify?
We'll bring you what you need.
Me? No.
Right, then you have to find me a gem that's worth 1,000 gold.
Alright. Do you have any money?
Nikolai is just kind of like, we could probably talk to my father.
Alright. We'll
And
bring
then
the gem.
Can someone just help me get them to his house?
Yeah.
I'll help you.
1 second. And then I'm also going to cast the tower for you. And I'm going to cast it at 4th level. So you have bedrooms, a washing room, and a kitchen/dining room.
Just out of character, you don't need to worry about any of that. Just because, like, I don't require eating or anything. So, like, it's a nice city, but you're just extra resources. Anything helps, but I'm just gonna end up waiting here.
At least it gives you somewhere nice to wait.
I appreciate it.
I would offer you my company, but I have other things to attend to. You know where to find me.
Safe travel.
He's gonna, like, lean in and he's gonna, like, just inhale deeply next to you, Shalasha, and he's like, fantastic. I can't smell him, it worked.
Thank you.
Make no mistake, though. They know you went this way. And he's
Let me
gonna
guess.
just start heading off back to the woods.
I only have a vague idea which way you went from here. Be back?
Gnolls aren't stupid.
Yeah, but it's something.
Okay.
And also, from outside, this is noticeable. Can't exactly put it uptown. We'll be back though. I'm gonna like snuggle Cyrano for a second, and then send my winged cat to like hang out here and keep an eye on things and like come get me if shit goes down.
Okay.
Just
The bucket of silence has also been left at the foot of the bed that looks like Kuz.
Oh.
It's got like a dragon scale knitted blanket on it, matching his color. Like whichever color I see him wearing the most.
That's
If-
cute.
Do you want to know what I have in mind for everybody's beds?
When we get there, we'll do
Yeah.
them one at a time.
Nassim, Isk, can you... Nikolai, please get back as soon as you can. I don't know how longer is going to last.
I definitely don't plan on. I don't plan on taking my time. You can see he's like taking off his like cloak at this point, and he's like putting it over like one of the twins' heads.
You still have your coat, yeah, Bob?
Right here in the scroll.
And
I'll take it out. Have him
Nikolai?
sit in it.
I'm not certain how familiar you are with magic, but I think greater restoration might be the secret to healing the twins. They
We'll
seem to be
need to see if
understaffed.
there's a cleric in town then.
I only have access to lesser at the moment. although those I
Most
would
do. We
hope-
don't have many clerics. But maybe
I
there's
explain?
someone in town. We can put out a call. We just have to get them, and I just don't want people to see them like this. And you can see now he's like kind of like tying the cloak around almost like the shawl of one of them.
I'll take off my cloak and I'll offer it to him for the other girl.
Okay, he'll accept it, and he'll also put it around, tie it, so then her face is a little harder to see. We should hurry.
Agreed.
Would you
I'll be
mind
right-
if we put him in your coat?
Not at all.
Might speed things up a bit.
I'll pull a scroll out,
Okay.
do whatever I have to do to get the card out.
A simple arcana check, nothing more, nothing less.
Oh boy.
I'll
I'm not
assist.
doing-
You'll assist, right? Advantage.
Guidance.
Well, if you assist because you have spellcasting, you can just do it.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
just.
you just need spellcasting, and then poof, card appears.
Yeah, that'll work.
I just point out a couple of things, and then I pronounce it like this.
Oh, okay. That's
Slaviosa!
we
Yeah.
just, it's just we missed our last reading session.
Alright. So with that, you guys load them into the cart. If there's anything else you'd like to do, let me know. If not, I'm assuming you guys are following Matthias as he kind of leads you.
Nikolai?
Yes. Nikolai lead you to Matthias's place. Everyone go with that?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
Shalashar. Very quickly, I just need you to make a perception check.
That's 19 plus 15, so 34.
34. Easy enough for you. This is the brightest that scroll you have been given has ever glowed.
That's what, sorry?
The scroll from Yun,
Yep.
it
I was
is
actually thinking about
glowing brightly.
I'll crack it open and look into it.
Okay. It says, a new sun has risen, a new life born. It's time to set sail. Seek the one Xander. When you touch this, by the way, you do get a clear indication of what this guy looks like when you touch this spell. He is quite tall. He is handsomely dressed. He is wearing... Make actually...
Perception check?
Perception or history?
Oh, fuck yeah. 35. That's a nat 20.
35. Was that history? I would like it to be history.
Roll history. Just because I'm not going to use the same roll, unfortunately.
Yeah. Duh.
That's a 17 for history.
A 17 for history. Double checking this. This is the problem with having a bunch of characters. Sometimes you forget their names, even though you looked at it this morning.
Like, I made you. What are you doing?
Please, come back to me. So, quite tall. His skin is blue, but he has, like, semi-pointed ears. You could guess he is some sort of half-elf, but he's like a half-sea elf. It's a very odd mix. You can see his hair as well is quite well slicked. He has a very large blue jacket open in the front, and you can see his chest is rather quite scarred. He has a big cutlass tucked into one side, but the thing that really catches you is he has a pin, and the pin belongs to no relation, I swear, Elishar Silas. He is one of the people that Reliquar deals with quite often in Yun. With that, you would be aware, like, this man is obsessed with traversing the plains. And you would even be aware, like, Xander is actually called, like, well, he doesn't really have a name yet, and he's seen as a bit of a nut job who insists that he's able to sail the astral sea.
And it's someone who Relker deals with often?
This would be like the equivalent of, if you are Reliquar's assistant, this guy would be like your copycat for Elishar. It's another person that you don't know much else. You've just recognized the name, you recognize the position, and you're aware, like, usually these two names are tied, same with Elishar and Reliquar. But that's the most I can give you. Meanwhile, my friends, you guys are making your way through Millscarts relatively early, which seems to be the usual time you're out and about in Millscar. So you see, at this point, a couple of lamplighters and stuff like that, but now that I realize that everyone has died, and you guys are pretty much strangers here, you don't recognize anyone. Instead, you just make it to the keep. Nikolai just kind of gives them a nod, and they don't stop you guys. They don't even ask for your weapons this time, as you're just kind of, like, brought inside with him. He turns to you guys, and he's... I'll go talk to my father. He may or may not be awake. Do you mind just waiting here for a minute? I can get you food if you need it, or anything else.
Food would be nice.
Okay.
We
The
appreciate
man
it.
with a fucking rack of ribs around his
I'll
neck.
also send someone to collect these two, and he gestures towards the twins. Just keep them here for a moment. I have to go find my father.
Make sure I get my cloak back, please.
He unties it right here, and he hands it back to you.
That looks too. Use my mage hand to get it situated properly.
All right. Cole, this impacts you. High or low?
Low.
Alright, Matthias. Sorry, Nikolai disappears deeper into the house. Takes a turn, and actually goes up the staircase that you guys haven't really been... or ever really... I keep trying to give descriptions if you guys have been here before, and then I remember, no, not quite. You guys are almost strangers in this place. Instead, it's just a little awkward standing in the doorway. Nice, beautiful place.
No, it isn't. I start working on my third letter that I need to finish for the day.
Alright, fair enough. It's going to take about 10 minutes before Matthias
also
shows up.
Would have handed Nikolai one of the two letters I'd written earlier that's sealed with it's for his father.
For his father, right.
And it is my detailed report of everything that happened in the keep, to my knowledge.
Fair enough.
And it is like very militaristic.
Nice point ordered.
Yeah, it is a top-notch report that you would expect from a pyre.
Nice. Alright, eventually, 10 minutes or so pass. Kisk, is there anything you're doing? You just politely taking up some space.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm waiting for my food.
Alright. Matthias does show up, and as he shows up, there's actually like Nikolai behind him, a couple of servants, 2 guards, and it's almost like just like this swarm of 6 people turn the corner. Matthias is like dictating to one of them, and this guy's holding something, and you can see he's trying to write something. As they like just get to the door, it's just this swirl of activity as they just kind of like take things in. Matthias looks towards you and he goes, I was told you guys require something, some sort of gem, spells.
That should have been noted at the bottom of the page.
I haven't had time to read it yet, and he holds up the closed envelope. I was told I had gas and you guys needed some stuff.
We need 1,000 gold worth, yeah?
Yeah.
1,000 gold diamond.
The first thing we need to figure out is if there's a cleric in town that can do this.
Well, that is for our friend Cole. Apparently, Salashar can do it himself. Unfortunately, he's been left behind in a safe location
That
with
makes
the
sense.
body.
In that case, take this to... Oh, we can't go to their house anymore. It would be poor sport after their daughter's passing. We need another jewel crafter. Who else?
That's what I was about to say. Look, Assy.
Thinks for a minute or two, and then he goes, hand me that. And he grabs like a ledger from one of the guys, and he's flipping through like the properties in the town, locates one. They should do it, right? And closes the book, hands it back, and one of the servants exits. Quincy will be back with the diamond. It might take him a little bit. Besides that, I have another missive sent out. We'll see if we can find a cleric for the twins. Payment I can have arranged and put forward as well. Is there anything else I can do for you guys this morning?
Payment would be appreciated, and I don't know about you, but I'd like directions to a post office.
Post office.
And,
you should understand that we don't really use postage much, as there are a couple of different communities and stuff in the wizarding community, and they are rather good at sending. If you're looking for postage, it's rather slow. There's a couple of riders, for instance. There's this one Griffin rider around quite often. We could use him.
I've got, and I pull out like an absolute stack of letters. These need to get back to Charles, and I pull out 2 others. These are full of flame.
In that case, we might need to get you... Are these time sensitive? I can have all of these delivered if you need.
Not particularly. One of these for the flame might be a little more. It's general reports on my research.
If you don't mind, Paya, I can take those off of your hand and make sure they get to where they need to be.
Trust you so, Matthias. Haven't given me reason not to yet.
Accept the stacks, and he actually gives you like a relatively polite bow. And then he looks at you, kisses, your food. I am terribly sorry. And he looks over to one of the other people. He whispers.
Oh, don't worry about it.
We can
Love to
go off, find somewhere else to eat. Yeah?
Okay, well, thank
Get
you.
out of your way.
Please come back whenever you need to. Thank you for returning my son. I appreciate it. It's a little early. I have a couple of things I need to attend to, but if you need to speak to me later today, I will make time.
Can we come back, say, an hour to pick up the gem and payments?
I can even send it if you need it sent someplace.
Don't know where we'll end up to eat.
The payments, it maybe come back a couple of hours for that. But the diamond, we can have it sent someplace else if you need it.
Send it to the paper shop just a little bit down the road.
The paper shop within the hour.
I'll be there in an hour after we eat.
Alright. Sounds good. Thank you guys for your time. Again, I apologize for being so rushed. You've done me no
we
small service
understand.
returning my son. I appreciate it. More than I could express.
Happy to help.
Doing a job, sir.
Okay, and they'll give you guys a
I'm
little...
gonna give him like a very formal, respectful, like pious sort of salute and bow.
Does the
Turn
same
on my
thing.
heels and leave.
Zuko, he's, gives you the familiar flame be with you.
And I tell him like guide you or whatever the equivalent is.
Or whatever.
Whatever these people in Milscar seem to say. Like Charles has weird things.
Besides that, where else are you guys going?
Get some food.
Alright, in that case, you guys can just spend a couple of silver up to a gold, and then we can get that diamond, unless there's other business to attend in the meantime.
I want to go pick up some more paper.
Okay?
Both like regular paper, and I want to look and see if like that like magic papery shop has like any scrolls.
Scrolls. So again, there's like a couple of places here. There's the Fire Traveler, which is the biggest one. There is also Cash's Gold Hide. There's also like a library that specifically deals with paper. And there's a couple of others as well. Is anything particularly important that you're looking for?
I'm gonna go to Cash's Gold Hide. I'm gonna hand off like this list of spells that I want to acquire, and I'll tell him like I'll be back a couple of days.
Okay.
Let me know what you can get off of the list then. I'll have quite a bit of money, and I'm looking to spend it.
Alright.
And then I'll go to the paper shop I was at before where the diamond is supposed to be, and I'll just cruise until he shows up.
Alright. Kisk,
Pick up
anything?
some
Or
pretty
you
ink.
pretty set?
Pretty set.
Alright. In this case, you'll show up as you're shopping for your prettier inks. And again, you guys can check off a gold or a silver for your food. Paper as well. It's really up to what quality of paper you want or what you intend on doing with this.
It's like letter quality.
Letter quality? I mean, that's easy enough.
And
You can just tell me how
wax.
much you want to spend.
I'm just gonna make it like 2 gold between like food and like paper and like wax for seals and like
Yeah, I mean, that's plenty enough to get paper.
And like what, 2 dozen sheets of paper and like full up on my wax for sealing.
Yeah, that should do it.
Yeah.
Alright, eventually, this gentleman does show up. Seems like he's like wrapped in a little cloth, and he's, being rather careful with this thing. It's a lot of money to be holding. And you'll put it probably in Kisk's hands, as he seems like a sturdy fellow.
Thank you very much.
It's a very beautiful thing. It's just you take good care of that.
It'll be put to good use, we assure you.
Well, not many left in this town. So, treasure it while you can. I have things to do, but it was
Enjoy the
just
rest
so
of
nice
your
to hold
day.
that thing. You have no idea. That's a
I'm
life's
glad you-
worth.
I'm glad it sparked some joy in you.
Jesus, so he was just I got a story to tell about this thing. Oh my god, he's like just reminiscing to himself. He's like makes his way down the street.
Like just
What a
gushing.
happy fellow.
Highlight of his day. All right.
Topped up on my supplies.
Guess we're ready to go then.
No need to check back in with Matthias at the moment. Pick up our payments if we survive, I suppose.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright, so eventually you guys make it back to the tower. What is Shalashar doing at this tower?
Pacing.
Inside the tower? Outside the tower?
Inside the tower.
They set it up, you're just outside the whole time? Just meh.
And you didn't want the tower, but you're pacing inside it.
Okay. So
Well,
you
I mean,
guys-
like, I don't need a 4th level Galder's Tower. Like, I'm happy to sit inside a circle.
Well, the rest of us can hang out here until it's time to meet back up with the other Knoll, okay?
Alright, so you guys all appear back here. You have your big, expensive diamond.
I've got a wish list of spells to hand off to you later.
Yeah, you can send it on Discord at any time.
It's like a written one.
Sadly, I believe Kisk has the diamond, so we kind of need to wait for him to get back and tell us, you know, if he swallows it or not. You want to see a magic trick?
Magic trick!
What worth of diamond you asked for? You said 1,000 worth?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you looked at the spell component requirement?
That is what I was told.
It's a bit of a huge overpayment. So 300 gold diamond, you guys have 1,000 gold diamond for this thing.
I'm not risking it. It only takes 300, but
My little
Can we
buddy.
maybe like break it in half and
It's
only
like
500?
3 times the worth. Alright, so you guys all arrive.
do you want to put a price on how much Kerr means to me?
Yes.
At least 1,000.
At least 1,000. I believe you need to ask for the diamond, Shalashai, so please, whenever you're ready. As everyone arrives and they find you upstairs, pacing away. Or inside
Diamond.
the door, wherever you are.
Please.
Here, I have it right here.
In my hand.
Eh.
I'll just pretty much sprint back upstairs. And upstairs there's actually been, I've drawn out basically a giant circle in the middle of the floor. I've actually pushed all the furniture away.
Did you do it like in the bedrooms where there's like curtains and chests and beds, or did you do it like in the dining room where there's just a table and a hearth, like a little kitchen?
Whatever's on the 2nd floor.
That's the bathroom.
Okay, so I kicked the toilet. I found whatever space I could and just
Alright.
basically sprawl it out.
I think the first floor might have been your best bed.
Now then, just so you guys are aware, I do enjoy doing the whole resurrection challenge things, even though this isn't a full ritual, it just takes an action. You've done several things that may or may not have affected the DC so far, but if you want to do anything else in this moment to try to affect the DC again, think of it as trying to entice Kor's soul back to his body. Full disclosure, just so we understand the mechanics here, if you die, again, the DC gets harder each time. Just so you are all aware. So you have Kor's body in a bathroom, latrine moved to the side, holding a diamond the size of your fist.
Underneath Kerr in the giant open space, I've actually marked the symbol for Juxta.
Takes
Anything
a lot
I
of
can do
time.
to help?
I like it.
Just give me a little space.
Can I do something just like a little funky with my produce flame cantrip?
Lay it on me.
So like I'm assuming there are like points in like this little like ritualistic circle he's set up, yeah?
Yeah, you put the symbol of Juxta, which is a bunch of circles within circles.
Yeah. At different like intersecting points, I'm going to produce like little floating flames. And
Got
just have them like just like float in there. hanging out, and I'm just concentrating on holding up these little fires in like ways that reflect magical ley lines as they intersect over top of this circle.
I'm gonna take the diamond, and I'm going
think your
to
camera's
flip it
frozen.
on its flat spot. I'm gonna put it in the center of Cursed Chest.
Your camera is frozen if you want to quickly. Click, click.
I'm gonna start muttering the incantation,
Salisha, your camera's.
and I'm gonna slowly grind the diamond
Oh,
into his chest piece.
he can hear us.
I don't think he's paying attention.
James, Shuttlestrike, can you hear us?
Are you muted?
You're I'll type
You're
it to him.
frozen and not answering us.
You're frozen. Sorry, guys. You know, it's D&D, very professional. Put us on the B-rate back.
All right, it is.
Yeah, you froze. So we couldn't see or hear you. Alright, good. We're back. Please, continue. We heard everything you were saying. You grab this diamond, you put it on the flat side, you're grinding it into his chest piece.
And as I grind it into the chest piece, I'm just gonna start muttering the incantation. I'm gonna keep my hand on my. I'm sorry, I broke Twitch. I broke the pictures. I'm gonna start rubbing into his chest piece.
That's a good
I'm
thing.
gonna put my hand on my symbol to juxta, and it's like, I need to know that he's still out there. I already lost AC and A-Rod. I can't lose you as well. I can't lose anymore.
Roll a d20. What'd you get?
10.
10?
Yep.
That is the DC for this resurrect in this particular case. But it's going to consume the entire 1,000 gold diamond. As you're saying this and you're crushing this thing into his chest, it starts like powderize. You start to pulverize it as you grind it, and the things almost float. It almost like the diamond dust takes on a life of its own, and it moves through his armor, finding the little cracks into it, and you see a little glow, and then you can see his chest start to rise. And Cole, at this point, you can almost like waking from just darkness. One moment you're standing, you're fighting, and then there's nothing. And then your eyes are open, you're in extreme pain as you return to 1 hit point, staring up at Shalashal within this bathroom.
Oh. What happened?
I'm gonna just immediately just like slam my chest into him and hug him.
Take 1 point of damage.
Good job, Clerk. You poked him
I'm
again.
kidding.
I'm gonna
19
reach
for the
down.
first death save.
I'm gonna reach down and grab the back of his head, and I'm gonna inflict healing on him. I heal you for 27.
Okay.
And you can also level up to 8, by the way, whenever you have a chance. We'll give
Not-
it to you.
not
You got a good long rest.
I actually did most of it already.
Ah.
Glad you're back.
Just
Thought I lost you.
I
What?
thought you might be hungry, Bob. I'm gonna pull out like a doggy bag, and it's like it's like an extra version of the meal I ate, which would be like honey bread, meat, you know,
What happened?
some nuts and berries, no fruit.
That
The dragon.
paladin turned towards me, and then everything went black.
Yeah, you fucking died, bub.
Oh, that would explain some things.
Glad to have you
Oh.
back.
God, my head hurts. Rub my head and like reach behind one of a horn and pull something out. Is that a piece of my brain? Oh.
Just take it from your hands. It's like,
Quick question. High or low? Cole.
Let's do high.
High. Fair enough, thank you.
fuck you.
Don't explain, just die.
How long has it been?
Day maybe?
Oh. Did he find out we tricked him?
He is less than happy.
Yeah, that's probably to be expected. I kind of thought we were just gonna kill him so we wouldn't have to worry about that, but...
That's what I was hoping for. That's what I went in assuming.
Oh, God.
Instead,
Man.
just...
You wanna come down and eat a bit? You wanna go up to bed?
Weirdly, I'm not all that tired. I need a bath, though.
Alright,
I feel...
clean up. We'll be downstairs. Have some food warm for you. Sound good?
feel soiled. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like give me an hour to take a nice hot bath.
Take all the time you want, bub. Come on, let's go down unless you want to take a nap.
Oh, no, I'm good. Just need to get clean. You guys
Yeah,
think
no,
of a plan,
I'm
though.
talking to the other two, trying to give you a moment.
We'll have
Get
you a
your
nice,
shit together.
nice tankard of ale waiting for you downstairs.
Oh, thanks. Nice and cold.
You mind
of a
if
plan, though.
Cyrano keeps an eye on you?
If you don't mind occasionally seeing naked kobold, I don't care.
Cyrano, just let us know if you need anything, yeah?
Okay.
Cyrano, like, disdainfully sits down, staying out of any water. And I, like, go downstairs. Come on.
Not fidget toy.
You guys gonna give the kobold a second? Let
Yeah,
him
of
clean his
course.
bits alone?
No, I like to watch. Everyone just stays. I said, take it off. Alright, so you guys can
Let's
all...
talk more passion.
So you guys all go downstairs and you give Cole a moment. Cole, I assume you're taking a hot bath, correct? And you start taking off your armor as one has to do. And you realize that across your chest is a very large gash of some sort, almost where your ribs were, as well as either you got like a lot more muscular, or there's some sort of bulge under your skin.
We don't like that.
I'm used to having bulges, so.
On the middle of your chest?
No, right on the middle of my chest.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shoo Cyrano away and like, start poking at it a bit. Once after I get into the bath,
Okay.
which is like almost scalding.
Cyrano will, like, turn away, but, like, he stays there just in case. Just in case, like, the kobold falls asleep in the bath or trips, you know?
Okay. So you wanna make an investigation check.
Yes, because I am so good at my checks. Investigation. Oh, I'm actually trained in that. 12.
12. It feels like your skin still, and as you're poking, you can see it could slide up or down almost like a closed eye. And this is the eyelids.
I can't deal with that right now. No, not gonna think about that now. No,
It's like, I literally do not get paid enough to deal with this shit.
no, don't have the energy for it. Grab some soap and a brush and like just give myself a hard scrub down.
Alright. Easy enough to have a bath undisturbed under the watchful eye of a wizard's familiar. The rest of you.
All of the soaps have like a woodsy smell of some sort. Or a smoky smell. You either smell like the woods or a campfire. Take your pick.
I'm using them all.
Witches
So you
brew the
smell like a
bathtub.
forest fire.
Alright. Well, the rest of you guys can have a lovely time downstairs, and you can have a conversation, you can wait for Core to join you, whatever it is, it's completely up to you guys how you want to spend your next little bit within this tower.
I kissed.
Yeah?
I missed it last time. But you want to practice your writings again?
I would love to. Would you like a tankard of ale?
I'm good for now.
I'll take one then.
So I once more like help teach you your letters between reading pages of a book fletching his arrow.
I hate that became a thing.
It's not what you think, it's actually about a boy
It's-
who was a Fletcher and he grew up to be a world-renowned archer. It's not at all
it's
what
a
you
gay-
guys think.
It's a gay romance.
No, it's not. It's a
Yes, it is.
historical
It
masterpiece.
is now.
He happens
It's
to be gay,
hysterical.
but that is not, and he had some exploits and some stories, but
There's
that's not
other
who he
things
is.
around it.
The real thing, it wasn't about
It
the love he
looks-
found, it was about the
looks
legend
like it's
he
gonna
made.
Be a lot more erotic than it is.
Yeah. It's just footnotes. Very deep. Anyways, we're done. But yeah, you guys can pass your time doing a reading lesson.
Yep.
Shuttleshow just kind of glares at you guys, judging, also trying to learn how to read common.
I would have assumed he already knew.
He does. I'm just being a meanie. And eventually, Core, whenever you're ready, you can join them unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
I
Oh, he took
Rearmor
off his
and-
headphones. Fuck, I can't say anything to him now.
wait
And he's back.
now.
Salashar,
Yo,
you're a man that likes to know a lot of languages, yeah?
I've dabbled.
You know
What?
Primordial?
Yep.
Well, I don't have any languages to teach you, probably. You seem to know more than I do. Probably because you're much older. Can I interest you in a book?
Been known to read from time to time.
What sort of book are you interested in?
I like to learn.
You want something sea-related? Arcane? Draconic? Or you want to know more about smoke genasi and flame genasi?
Do you know of a water genasi by the name of Xander?
Would I?
Make a history with disadvantage.
History with disadvantage. Ooh. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
Self-guidance. We'd love to see it.
It just looks like you like slamming yourself in the face. Dink!
Wake up! Okay. Oh, fuck you. That's a 19 and a 17 plus 2. And then plus 4 for my intelligence. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. Sounds like a plus 4 intelligence there. I'm an asshole, I'm sorry.
I should hope.
Oddly
So
enough,
19.
you've never met this fellow, but you would have seen his name several times as your time working as a quartermaster. You would understand that he, especially with this role, certain ship doesn't come to mind as he's had several ships. You understand that he started as a smuggler some years ago, and then his things got bigger, and then he had one ship for a longer time, then he had another, and you would understand that he mostly sails from Yun. But he runs a very specific trade route between Char to Fingolm to Sigwolf. And he actually was one of the main people that was moving the things used for powering the cannons.
Okay, what was his name again?
Xander. I can give you his full name if you want.
I'd like that later on. So he was a smuggler turned captain. Traded. What was the route of his trade route?
It would go from Char to Fingolm to Sigwolf.
To Fingolm. So I want to make sure I got this down.
Yeah,
to
no
what?
problem. To Sigwolf. And Sigwolf, the only real port would be Wolf's Port, which is, you know, a big outside port for them. Very heavily defended.
Seen his name documents. Usually bringing stuff from Fingolm to Wolfport. Job was paperwork, so I'd see his name from time to time. Want to track him down?
Yes. I don't know really how to get a hold of him. I just know I need to contact him.
Right, so kill some gnolls and track down this Xandar fellow.
You also do know what he looks like, by the way.
Okay, what does he look like?
No, I'm saying that to Shalashar.
Oh.
Because when he touched the spell. So you are familiar with him, even though you've never met.
Would that be enough to be considered familiar with him?
You have a name and a physical description.
And
that
now
you
you know
can
some of his history
clearly
because
picture.
I tell you like what
So,
I know about
yes,
him.
you could send to him, if you so chose.
Might want to wait till we deal with these gnolls first. Waste his time if we die fighting them.
Yeah. Do you need to rest up or anything before we kind of head back out?
Put.
I mean, should we let Kerr rest for his 8?
I'd say probably give him a chance to look his wounds, get his feet under him again.
Yeah, I healed him, but to get him back up and running, it'd be a lot of energy.
Yeah, I reach over and like I'm rubbing at my stump of an arm. So come back and take a lot out, person. You know. Best give him a chance, right?
Yeah, I'd say cast the tower again. Do whatever you gotta do, then we'll rest.
Tower's good for 24 hours. Still got time.
What about this?
24 hours.
Both? Okay.
So, how mad you be if I say told you so?
I've heard it before. Not a new saying.
Alright then, honestly, Bob, I think we really should have stayed where we were at the moment, back before we got to the keep. Let me set up the sanctuary, lead gnoll hunting parties to the tower, pick them off group by group, let them come to us in small batches, you know? Now we won't have all of them on our ass hunting us.
I mean, I don't mind the fact that the gnolls are after us because the Chosen, the weird-looking gnoll, he wanted them dead anyways. We were just on a like, he had the two of them basically with a noose around the neck. We couldn't guarantee.
I get that, bro, but
So I agree that we could have sat there.
that Lich wannabe, bro, he wasn't mad at us yet. Now he is. We could have picked off gnolls. Wouldn't have been able to tell we were there because we'd be in my sanctum like we are now.
And if you just lost contact,
We would have had them coming to us in smaller groups.
I wasn't worried about the gnolls. I was worried about what the druid would do if we didn't show up.
Druid
As
could
we
have
were
waited.
walking, as we were walking towards the keep, he was getting more and more impatient, and he said, "Don't keep me waiting." We didn't know how the twins were. He wouldn't even show the twins to me.
Right? Then,
So-
what about when we're leaving? I want to set up my my sanctuary. Nobody would have heard us. Wait there till morning when whatever that man up there was.
We
went
couldn't
to
set
sleep
it up
again.
We couldn't set up downstairs.
We
And
had enough space. I could have put up my sanctum there. I suggested at least twice.
in the small chamber
I
below,
had enough space. We could have cuddled up, waited till morning. Would have been a lot safer. Cole would not have died. I
don't
get
even-
your old, but I'm a pyre. Been doing a lot of this stuff for a long time. So a lot of people die. Most
we
ones
don't
can
even
bring
know
back.
why he woke up. There's nothing saying that when we could have rested.
Exactly what I wanted to do. So
We didn't burn anything going down there. It's when we got attacked going up top. We could
Yeah.
rest down there,
so
but he could attack us again.
So I want to wait till morning, sneak back out when he stops singing. Won't sing during day, start singing during night. Probably assume he stopped singing during day again. Would have been safer.
Well, that's hindsight.
That's what I wanted to do.
I mean, we were
I
talking
won't listen.
downstairs. Like, we were just talking downstairs trying to discuss, and we decided to go. It was just a happenstance. There's always hindsight.
So
From
this
the
is still how I
stairwell,
wanted
you
to do
hear,
it.
I died because I didn't bother healing myself. Stumble into the room.
I was gonna
But
say, like, I
I
believe that
had aim.
entire
Lay on hands? Who needs it?
We're gonna lay on tail. I'm just like,
So I'm just saying I'd appreciate it if you took my advice seriously. Feel like every time I suggest a thing, I am ignored.
we
I have
consider
experience.
because- and I
was
don't.
higher. My thing was planning. My thing was knowing what's coming and preparing for that. It's what I'm good at. It's what I do. It's what my life was.
I appreciate that, but it seems you lost an arm somewhere along the way.
That's my fault, sir.
Exactly.
You want to know why?
No, I don't particularly care to know your story. I'm just saying.
It's because that's strange,
Wow.
sir. Because the minute I met you, you dumped your story, his story, and Sawyer, you dead friends on me.
Yeah, so I hate to say this, but I'm kind of with Ness on this. That was kind of rude of you. And I believe there was some mention of ale.
Of course, let me get that for you right away. I'll come back with a nice, cool,
I'm
topped
saying
off
so.
pitcher of
I'd
ale.
appreciate it if you took my suggestions with more than a grain of salt.
I'm just saying. Sure.
This
I could've-
was because I rushed into things too fast when I shouldn't have. That's why I'm saying we should take things bite at a time, bite at a time. Bite off more than you can chew, somebody dies. Seen it happen enough, don't want to keep seeing it.
What I'm saying is that while everything is theoretical, yeah, we could have waited till morning. Who knows if it would have made enough sound in the place. There's always, it's never cut dry. So I appreciate the fact that you were probably right. But in hindsight, we were talking downstairs, he woke up, and it is what it is. No one here lost anything except for Kerr. And that's on me.
And the diamond merchant.
So, at the end of the day, the
At the
cost
end
of
of the
Kerr's
day-
resurrection comes out of my pocket. That's it.
At the end of the day, can you promise to listen to my suggestions a little bit? take them into account instead of brushing me off entirely. I know I'm missing an arm. I know I don't look like the man I used to be. I know I'm scarred.
The problem is you
But
just keep repeating yourself. You can say it once, I'm still listening. You don't need to say it over and over and over.
I haven't got confirmation from you that you will take me with one grain of salt. All I've gotten from you is that, oh, you're missing an arm. Why did I listen to you?
I said that once.
Yeah,
I never
that's
said
all I've
that I
got.
wasn't going to listen to you.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear someone knock on the door.
Real quick. As I take the mug from Kisk, the mug itself just like covers itself in frost. I just chug it down, not even realizing.
Would you like another?
You can have mine.
How long are we gonna be here?
Well, you still need to rest up.
At least till morning.
Hear the knock
That
again
last
on the
24
door.
hours, might as well make a use of it.
One more and then I'm heading into town.
Knock gets a little bit more impatient as it repeats.
Okay,
Who is
I'll
it?
get it. I'll get it. Who is it?
The very kind of like deeper voice. And it just goes, just a friend.
Do I recognize said voice?
You
me
do.
to it.
You both recognize that voice.
Oh, are there bars on the door?
Who's
Nassim?
there?
Don't leave me
Oh, don't let him
out
in.
here
Don't
for
let him in.
long. Something
No
important.
one in here but us chickens.
I'm going to, like,
No.
point for you guys to go upstairs.
Don't let him in.
Look.
Don't let him in.
I'm here to do you a favor. If you don't open the door, I'll just speak. You know what I do for a living. I happen to be in a loop. Yous two's wanted for murder. Up in, Milscar. Word's traveling fast. Think about taking the bounty myself.
Who?
It says you attacked Yolvi. Two of you died. They got a good description, and I was like, I know these two. Says here, red kobold. And here it says, big armored figure, symbols of Juxta. And it also says that you in the company, dwarf and a wood elf.
For reference, the sign of Juxta is small in the center of my chest.
All over your armor, actually. It's on your gauntlets.
used to be.
You have a big Peldron. So look, I was just coming to let you know. If I meant you harm, I would have just caught you going out and I would have handed it in. But, just so happens, figured I'd do you a favor.
Can anyone prove that it was us? You can claim a description. We were...
Matter, there's a bounty out.
Look, you don't need to argue with me, but the next guy you come across that needs some money is going to put a fucking dagger in your gut. That's it. I didn't write it.
Guys,
I'm just saying it.
I'm gonna hit that. You guys get upstairs for a second.
Wait. 1 second. One last question. How much is the bounty?
For
Yeah.
now, it's not out yet. Like I said, I'm just in the circles. It's going to be posted in the next day or two. But it's a lot. From what I
Okay,
heard.
you saw.
I grabbed Fella Chart and drag him upstairs.
I'm gonna like shoulder my way through the door. Like I've got full. I throw the thing back, so like you see like the full flame insignia on my clothes and shit. Fortunately for you, Flame's already claimed them.
Okay. So you wanna take him in then? Like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
I'm gonna be. I'm Pyre Sparkweaver.
Cool. Spark Weaver. You should know, whoever brings him in gets paid. So I suggest you keep him real close.
Why do you think I've got him in my tower? Unfortunately, I do not have muzzles. and they are loud.
Yes, Cole.
Does the tower have windows?
Little
Murder.
arrow slits.
Murder slits? Oh, okay, okay. Never mind.
I mean, he's still really big to see. Like, this guy's, like, for a reminder, he's about 9 feet tall and he's a half ogre. He big, and he's just, you know. Well, whatever it is, whatever you want to do with him, I'm just letting you know. You got about 2 days. Mill Sky's going to start putting it out. What happens, happens. That's all I'm saying.
Nuggies.
Fair enough. But, you see, man, Yovi, the people he's worked close with the Flame. Flame got here first. Gonna deal with them ourselves.
Good. Whoever comes looking, I'm sure they'd love to hear your side of the story. I'm just passing along. You guys were friends with someone that I knew. That's it.
Not so much friends, are we?
Not to you. You ain't the small raven. I'm leaving. I did my job. I don't want to be anywhere near you when this thing hits the streets. Watch your back. And he's gonna
Take that under consideration.
make his way back
Appreciate it.
towards the town.
As he walks away from the tower, I'm looking out of one of the murder slits. And just almost unconsciously, I just cast grease underneath him.
You cast what?
Grease! Dex 15 DC.
I love you.
He kind of
so
like
much.
falls, helps himself up, looks at it. Fucking mud. Kind of like wipes himself off, but he's so big he can't quite reach, so he has like a streak of mud down his back. You're muted.
You're muted.
Imagine it's like plain concrete, like chiseled, nice, fresh concrete, and
Well,
it's
you
like,
guys are outside, so it's like wood. Not a wooden. It's like wooden
like a dirt
steps carved into a little hill, but it's like a dirt
Yeah.
path.
but it's just like really out of the blue. And it's just like the one spot he slips in, mud.
Mud.
Looks in the murder hole, just little slitted eye.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna like put a bar over the door.
I look at Celishar. How did I do that?
That's a good question. Could you do that before?
No.
That's a weird party trick. Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling weak. Still
Maybe
feel a little dirty, but I mean, I was just dead.
maybe take a nap. Get some rest.
I will, but I had other plans.
I mean,
Might be a little bit of a risk now. No, I don't care. Fuck it. I need this.
we still have to face those gnolls, and in 24 hours, I should show you. I'll unfasten my helmet and I'll pop it off, and you can see the scrawl above my head, above my eye.
What is it?
I've been marked. The druid
Yeah.
or the chosen gnolls, whatever it is. Someone wants my head. I'm assuming it's a druid. And they know where I am.
So,
The gnolls are on their way here to attack us. As long as we're in this weird sphere that the wizard downstairs cast, I guess they don't know where I am for a while.
so grab a file and file it off? I mean, would that even hurt you? I would assume not, since... Like-
Magic don't work like that, friend.
Certain if
Oh,
it's arcane or divine, but the druid is going to be on us. We're going to deal with that sooner rather than later. So,
Looking
You need to get
out,
your-
by the way, because of just your high perception, you can still see the storm brewing roughly where the castle was. It seems like he's still keeping something going. There's something else going off in those woods still. Those clouds are distinctly magical and have been formed in this location.
Yeah, pissed off druid. Duh.
Yeah, duh. Don't even need to say it. You guys already knew this. My bad. Sorry.
So, I'm gonna come up there. You guys know the Yoga, yeah?
In passing, he once barged in on our friend's home. He just invited himself in.
You know a name?
What's his name? I
Asshole?
What?
honestly,
Asshole?
I never really bothered to learn it. It
Fair enough.
just avoided
Yeah.
him.
Oh, and you're asking about water genasi, and I'm gonna have you hand you a book called Waves Caress. Volume 1 of 4. Give you a good idea of culture.
I'm just gonna like just thumb through it.
There's pictures.
I don't really need to know about them, just the one in general. But I'm gonna reach over and I'm gonna grab your hand that's missing. It's like,
Hold on. If you've read this book, make a history check. You know who I'm
Me?
talking to. Yeah, Nassim.
Yeah? Do I have advantage?
Nope.
Can I guidance myself?
Nope, just roll it. You've had
damn
too
it.
many questions. I'm over it. This is meant to be a fun
No,
detail that'll change nothing.
17, 18, 19, dirty 20.
30, 20.
Oh,
Alright, so
history?
yeah, so he says culture. Again, he's not asking about a genasi, and oddly enough, this happens to have a very small excerpt about it. You would be aware, like, he is a half sea elf, so he probably had to grow up in a place where he couldn't really live with his family because they can breathe underwater, but he couldn't. So he probably grew up alone on an island and probably doesn't have much culture himself. Or he would be a very big loner. Because it's just, like, he's stuck between worlds, so
No.
he would live with, like, either pirates or
The
other people like
quartet.
him.
The quartet is a love story of a human with a water genasi.
Well, this one's a sea elf, not a water genasi, just so we are on the level here, guys.
But, like,
He's a
that's
half sea
the
elf.
best I've got. Like,
But similar things, right? Like, if you had a half,
Yeah.
a half genasi versus, like, an actual water
I'll
element.
keep that tidbit to myself.
Okay.
But don't read my quartet. Fair enough. Could have kept me busy at night.
God.
Yes, my child.
When I read the scroll and it was talking about Xander, did I get the feeling that I need to contact Xander for something specific? Because
Based on what it said, it didn't really give you much direction other than get in contact.
Okay. When we have a moment, I want to. I'm gonna type something up and then I'm just gonna send. I'm gonna send him a briefly worded email.
With my voice box.
Oh, cool. Don't know if you noticed it. Got your bucket of silence.
Oh, thanks.
By your bed.
Yeah, I'll grab that. Look, why don't you guys like come up with a plan or something or whatever? I'll just follow what you guys want to do. I need to go into town and like treat myself, basically.
You want company, or you just want Cyrano to stick with you so we can know if something happens? I won't be watching through Cyrano. Gonna be teaching Kisk how to read he's gonna be too far anyways. But Siona will be able to let me know if you get attacked or something. Might
No,
want to
that-
do that considering that guy
Considering
wants to find
Jackass
you.
has made shown up again. Yeah, why not? If I'm in trouble, I'll send him to you.
And might want to try and disguise yourself a bit.
I do not have those skills. And honestly, if he wants to come at me, just let him come at me.
I mean, if that's how you're feeling, that's how you're feeling.
I'm gonna arm up. I'm gonna head into town.
Okay.
Siona's gonna follow, just in case.
Quick lay on tail first, just in case.
Fair. Right, so you heal yourself up just a little bit more. Anyone else doing anything in this little tower as Koro makes his little exit? I was gonna say little, it's a little diminutive. His triumphant exit. Ba ba ba! Now everyone's good?
Apart from teaching Kiss some more letters, I don't think there's much we're gonna be doing.
Alright.
Yeah.
Where you off to, Koro?
I'm gonna go find a whorehouse.
That's my boy.
My boy! My boy!
Easy enough!
time.
Easy enough. Do you want a nicer one, or you just like whatever I find first?
I've got 250 gold I'm willing to spend. How about that?
I mean, it's the world's oldest profession, so, you know, such is tradition. I can give you a description of the place if you want, or if not, we can leave it up to Koro's imagination and you can reveal things later as you so wish.
How about just let me know how much it's gonna cost?
It would start at, you know, like 1 gold. It can go up to about 100.
Only 100? Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you want to spend more, you could. That's up to you. You can just say, I'm balling out.
No, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm blowing 250. That'll leave
250.
me with like 16 left.
And that, you're gonna be like the... At first they're like, no kobolds. And then they're like, si, senor.
ching,
They're like, whatever you want. And it's like,
No hablo inglés.
my bad. I said no. I got nothing. Just get in here. They just,
Coal miners.
whatever you want. Yeah, no coal miners.
Another half hour.
So, such will be your experience. You can blow your money. You can come back whenever you want. Besides that,
I'll be back in the morning.
whatever you guys want to do with the rest of your day. It is probably about noon now. Well, for Core, it's going to be a lot later. But
I'm gonna reach out to the image. To the image of Xander I have in my head.
okay.
You don't know who I am, but my name is Celishar. I work under Rel Kerr, and I was told to contact you. You can reply.
Ah, I take it you're the treasure hunter. I've been waiting for this. Where shall I meet you?
I'm currently stationed just in Milskar. I don't know whereabouts you are, but I'm currently stuck on Char.
I'm in Alamoni. They're going to make a city fly. I can be there rather soon. I'll see you in about 2 hours.
On the other side of the fucking continent, he's just like,
There are teleportation circles. And he does
What's that?
have a patron.
just Put that bitch in fucking drive. Jesus
Yeah, no, he's
Christ.
like, I'll move. If you guys got money on show, you can travel with the Fire Traveler. There's a reason these services exist.
It's just fucking expensive.
Yeah. So, it depends if you want to pick him up from someplace or if you're leaving him, but, you know, wherever you want to be, you let me know. But he is on his way.
I'll use my last third level spell.
Making it rain.
We're under contract from Matthias Millsworn. We can meet you at his mansion. And you said it's about noon right now, Connor?
About that.
We can meet you there in 4 hours.
4 hours? That gives me 2 hours to get to know the town. Maybe there's some fun I can get up to. I'll see you soon. I'm excited.
I hate him. Get him already.
I'm torn between I don't think we should leave the sanctum and I really want to meet this guy.
So, time to pass however you guys want. You just let me know where you want to be and when.
I am gonna go back into town to meet him at Matthias's his compound in 4 hours.
Alright, anyone going with them? Or?
Are you going to invite us along or you just... Hi, come here. Come here.
I don't know what I'm expecting with this guy, but we need to go back and get our payment anyways, right?
Yeah, that's true. I'll tag along.
Well, if we're going, might as well make it a party.
Okay. So with that, you guys make it over there. You will be paid 3k gold in total.
How much?
3k gold for you guys to divide that up however you want.
300 platinum?
Yeah. Well, it could be platinum if you want it to be platinum. If not, he's doesn't want to give it to him gold.
Platinum.
All right, it can be 300 platinum then for you guys to divide up however you want. If there's nothing else you want to do, I can introduce you to this figure that will be showing up.
It is a 7:45 though.
Yeah, so we'll pretty much just do the introduction and see what happens. Long story short. Or at least set it up for the next time. Instead of having an awkward conversation. Yeah. Long story short, do you want to meet him? Or is there other things you guys want to do in town?
I want to get some spells now. Where's my list of spells that I wanted?
Well, then send me that list and we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Do you guys want to meet this guy then or no?
Yes.
Alright. What shows up is a little bit different than the picture, as he's quite a bit older than that picture. He still similar jacket, but it seems as though it's been messed up and repaired several times, but in a nice way. And it seems like he has several other badges and stuff that line his collar, and it's actually a very high collar that goes like well above. His pants as well are very loose fitting, and he still has the cutlass, but he also has several other weird contraptions around his waist. Make a perception check for me there, Shalashar. Or insight. Make it an insight as well if you wish.
Perception is 25. Insight, that is +6, that's a 23.
23. You can see, like, the pommel on his sword, especially because you've now seen him in 2 different periods of time, very different. The pommel of his sword is very worn down, and it seems like he probably more or less just uses it as a fidget toy than anything else. And you can also see, like, his knuckles are wrapped, almost as if he has, like, monk hand grips on at this point.
Bug, life, pray, back?
Besides that, he just seems to be in good health. He's a very fit individual. And especially, like, walking here, you're almost like, put a shirt on. Why are you walking around like this? But he has quite a swagger, and he almost, like, has, like, his waist in front, and he's, like, leading himself crotch first down the street. And as he sees you, he kind of, like, changes his posture just a little bit, and it seems like it's a bit more official. And he stands always away from you guys, almost like a bit of a Wild West showdown. And he just, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are these your friends?
Fire Spellquiver. It's nice to put a name to the face that I've seen on many documents over the years.
Ah, you're one of them. And you, big man, who are you?
I'm Kisk the Butcher.
Kisk. Well,
Pleasure to meet you.
it's a lovely town. I was at the brothel. They have a rich kobold in there, let me tell you. Oh my god. He, like, runs the place, I think. I don't know, I just got here.
Buddy's growing up.
Actually, our other comrade.
Ah, man of taste, huh? So, I was told business. You are looking for something that I would be very interested in.
And what would that be? What have you heard?
Oh, come on now. You don't want me to go spoiling everything. You could simply tell me where you've been the last little bit. I'll piece it together from there. Then I'll be at your head. Like a ghost in the night.
We're at the nearby keep, and we were dealing with something and rescuing a couple of our friends. Prior to that, we were working for Matthias and dealing with a threat that was forming just north of Vapond.
Okay. This keep. You've been in it?
Yes.
Where does it go?
Down into the deep gloom.
How deep did you get?
Deep enough. It was a ways down. I started seeing little things in the dark that reminded me of the night sky. There were some sort of red sigils.
I don't think you've gone deep enough. Different question. You work for Reliqueer as a hunter. You search for things, yeah?
Yes.
Are you looking for a city? Have you
Yes.
found the city?
Not yet, but we were on its track. We're still trying to deal with the logistics of it.
And you're looking for this city.
I think we might know where it is.
Fantastic. Okay, that is what I want to hear. Where is this city? If I was to show you a map of, say, could you show me?
That is between my kobold friend and I. Are you looking for it? Is Ralker looking for it?
Well, he is kind of looking for it, but it's really Elish here that is looking for it, Long story short, I have an interest in this because my employer has an interest in this, and I don't want to step on your toes, but I feel if we could connect, we could make a good crew. I have plenty of other things at my disposal as well, if you end up needing to sail at some point, but you keep me abreast, and maybe I can even help you out,
Help us out in what other manner?
He, like, flexes, and you see, like, a projection of himself flex even bigger above him. I can do some things.
Okay, are you talking combat-wise? Are you talking resource-wise?
Resource-wise, combat-wise, lover-wise, if you need someone seduced, I'm your man.
To see, we found someone so
Well versed. I know. You consider yourself lucky. You do not meet quality of mine anyone.
Can I roll insight?
Go for it.
Well, like, do I trust this guy, or is he, like, really talking out his ass? How
I
much
think
is
he's
this
just-
true?
The thing, there's a very fine line between talking out your ass and actually believing you are the king.
I've only got 13.
13. He seems confident. It's hard to tell if it is just sheer confidence or if he can actually back it up. But he is 100% sure, like, he can do what he's saying.
At least he's sure of himself. Whether or not he actually stacks up remains to be seen.
But that's all. You tell me to what extent you want me there with you, and I'll be there with you.
The problem is that depending on what the kobold and I come up with might fundamentally change the face of Char.
That sounds like a Char problem. And
As
he,
someone
like,
who is-
points at the badge. I'm not from here.
Neither am I, but as long as I'm working here, kind of,
Oh,
I don't have
Come
the
on.
option to just up and bail.
you're going to tell me that you've gone to this place and you've helped everyone you've seen. You've tied every knot that you've seen in a string. You've left things better than the way you found them.
Some aspects and others, not. There's an ongoing problem that's going to bite me in the ass.
I don't need to hear about your problems. I need to just know. You want me to stay? You want me to leave? What it is I can do for you? And I just simply need to know when you go to the city, and I would like to be there. That's all. You help me, I help you, huh? What do you say, big man? Huh? And he kind of like, he changes his attention more to Kisk. He gives you like a smile, and he like goes like punch you in the arm, but he's like shy about it to like read your language.
I think I'm hungry.
I got just the thing for you. And he like takes a step to the side, grabs something from a merchant, flips him a coin, and hands you like the food. See? Look at that, so resourceful. Like that
Start
service.
getting into it. I like him.
I mean, you said come. You said 4 hours. I said I can do it in 2. This is indicative of our relationship, I tell you.
I need some time to... We have a bit of a threat outside town we need to deal with. So that'll take us a little while. Are you going to be in around in the area?
If you tell me that you will tell me when the city is found, I will be at your beck and call. Plain and simple. I'm here to offer my resources for your information. That's it. Alright, I'm here. I need to see a city fly at some point. That's all I got planned.
Right. Stay the night in the town here. I'll reconvene with my resources, and by the morning I'll tell you what our plan is.
Oh, there was one other thing that I was forgetting. But when you know your plan, you can tell me, and I will tell you what this thing is. It's very cool.
How
But
about
you know how
tell
to
me-
get a hold of me. This conversation is going in circles. I got things to do, you know, so I'm going to play it a little cool and say you need some space, I need some space, so I'm going to take that space, okay? Call me.
Fuck you. That was so fucking stupid.
It's like... he just
Not wrong.
starts walking down the street and then he buys another thing, hands you another pie kisk. You look hungry.
Just a little slap on the ass
I
as you go.
really like this guy.
Can I inquire, like, as he's walking away, like, aren't you not a fan of violence? Is Butcher your last name, a title? Have you moved away from violence? I think Butcher's just a very weird title for someone who's has an aversion to violence and bloodshed.
I think it's just
Well.
a family name.
It's a little of both, really. I used to be more violent, but I saw the light, and I got the nickname Butcher not from the battlefield, but from my cooking.
That would have been my assumption, Buff.
A battle chef. All right. All
Oh,
right.
not butchering the food. Okay.
I'm gonna head into the. I can head into Matthias's and see if I can talk to Nikolai and the girls.
Okay. Takes you a little bit to get in, but you will be allowed in. And you'll be taken to a place where it seems like he has both them sitting and he's like literally spoon feeding them, and then there's a servant there as well who's like just puts the food down and looks like they're just waiting to clean up the mess, but he himself is like feeding them.
No luck yet?
They're still looking, as far as I know. The word's been sent out though, so hopefully soon.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Gentle but greater restoration?
Let me just deepen my connection with Juxta real quick.
Yeah, that'd be great. Take your time.
I was actually hoping that one of the girls would be better, but
If it does help, because I had a bit of time, he's going to pull one of their bags out and he's going to like show you a journal, and you see he has like a couple of notes in it. I looked through it. I don't think I could give it to you, but I could sum it up, or you could read it here if you wanted.
if I can read it here.
Maybe just the last couple of pages. You know, I don't think you need to know the whole story, but just the last bit.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
You know, let's not be too intrusive here.
I'll just kind of reach out and grab it.
Okay.
And I'll just basically just go from the back, and I'll basically get to like the 5 newest readings, basically, kind of thing.
Okay. We will be picking up on what these readings say, but the first thing you read, it is whatever you were expecting, not quite there. It seems like we'll get to that. It's a little strange as to what's going on there. Even like you even go like one page back and the writing changes. There's some sort of fundamental shift that happened between these last couple of pages and the pages before. It's almost alien. But that is where we are going to be ending today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. But until then, hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.